Welcome to a new episode.
Hello and welcome back to the Copper Connection podcast with me, as always, your host, Chris Bailey. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about something that doesn't always grab the headlines, but it absolutely saves lives. That's right, fire extinguishers. Specifically, the 6 main types of fire extinguisher used in the UK construction industry. What they're for and why it is crucial to use the right one for the right fire. Whether you're a student, a site manager, a tradesperson, or someone responsible for health and safety, understanding fire extinguishers isn't just a tick box exercise. It's about protecting people, equipment, and property, and being ready for the unexpected. Okay, so let's break it down type by type. First, we have type A, which is solid fires. Type A extinguishers, which deal with solid fires, think timber, paper, cardboard, cloth, materials you find everywhere on a construction site. The recommended extinguishers here are water, foam, or dry powder. Fire extinguishers are straightforward. They cool the material down and remove heat from the fire triangle. Foam adds a smothering effect, stopping oxygen from feeding the flames. And dry powder works by interrupting the chemical reaction of the fire itself. Picture a timber-framed house under construction, off-cut sawdust packaging. All of it is fuel. If a spark from a saw or faulty wire sets it alight, a type A fire extinguisher is your go-to. But one thing to note, never use water extinguishers on electrical fires because water conducts electricity. This mistake could make the situation deadly. Next is type B fires, caused by flammable liquids, like paints, thinners, adhesives, petrols or diesels. These are all common on site, especially with machinery and when storing materials. For these, you want foam, dry powder or carbon dioxide extinguishers. Foam extinguishers are excellent for creating a blanket that smothers the liquid surface. Dry powder again disrupts the fire chemistry. And CO2 extinguishers suffocate the fire by displacing the oxygen. Imagine a scenario. A spill of paint thinner ignites. Pouring water onto it would spread the burning liquid and make it worse. But a foam or CO2 extinguisher will cut the fire off at the source. That's why having the right extinguisher nearby is crucial. It's not just about fighting fire, it's about avoiding dangerous mistakes. Now, on to type C fires, which involve flammable gases. Think propane, butane, acetylene, all of these of which can be found on a construction site, especially where welding or heat equipment is in use. For these, the recommendation is dry powder or carbon dioxide. A gas fire is particularly dangerous because of the explosion risk. The first rule is always, if safe, shut off the gas supply. Once the source is cut, then an extinguisher can tackle the flames. Dry powder is essentially effective here because it coats the burning particles and stops combustion. CO2 can also starve the fire of oxygen. On a construction site, cylinder gas are common, so staff training to respond properly to gas fires is a top priority. Mistakes here don't just damage property, they can cause catastrophic injuries. Okay, so the next one you don't hear about every day, but this is type D fires. These involve combustible metals such as magnesium, lithium or sodium. Now, not every site will encounter this, but in certain industries, for example engineering or demolition, where specialist materials are present, the risk is real. For these again, the go-to extinguisher are dry powder and carbon dioxide. One key warning: never use water on a metal fire. Many metals react violently with water and can actually explode. So if your site does involve metalwork, the right extinguishers and the right training aren't optional. They are essential. Now let's take a look at type E fires caused by electrical faults. On a construction site, this could be anything from temporary lighting rigs, power tools, generators, or the site office wiring. The safe extinguishers to use here are dry powder or CO2. CO2 extinguishers are especially popular here because they do not leave a residue and won't damage electrical equipment. Dry powder can also work, though it does leave a mess behind, which on live electrical systems could cause other issues later on. And again, never use water. Spraying water on a live circuit can turn an electrical fire into an absolute hazard. So for site cabins, server racks, or anywhere the high value electrical equipment, a CO2 extinguisher is often the preferred option. And finally, type F fires. These are cooking oils and fats. Now you might be thinking, why does this matter on a construction site? Well, think about the site canteen or the welfare units. Wherever there are fires or cooking facilities, there's a risk. The only safe option here is a special wet chemical extinguisher. This works by cooling the oil and creating a soapy layer on the top, which then will smother the fire. Never ever use water. Pouring water onto burning oil can cause it to explode into a fireball, which is exactly the kind of kitchen accident that both common and devastating. So if your site has a canteen, you need wet chemical extinguishers in place. No excuses. So we've gone through the 6 types. A for solids, B for liquids, C for gases, D for materials, E for electrical, and F for cooking oils and fats. But here's the bigger picture. On construction sites, hazards overlap. You might have a type A fire start with timber, which then spreads to flammable liquids nearby, and then threatens electrical equipment. That's why many sites choose multi-purpose extinguishers like dry powder. But, and this is important, no extinguisher is universal. Training workers to identify the type of fire before they act can prevent disaster. It is also a legal requirement in the UK under the Regulatory Reform Fire Safety Order 2005 that businesses, including construction sites, carry out fire risk assessments and provide appropriate extinguishers. And beyond compliance, this is about life safety. A fire can escalate in seconds. The difference between the right extinguisher and the wrong one is the difference between control and catastrophic. So, next time you walk onto a site, take a moment, look around. Do you know where the extinguishers are? Do you know which ones are safe to use on which fire? That knowledge could one day save a colleague, protect your equipment, or even save your own life. Thanks for listening to today's episode. If you found it useful, share it with your team, your site, or anyone who needs a refresher on fire safety. And remember, safety isn't just compliance, it's responsibility. Catch us on the next episode where we'll dive into another core key topic.
We'll be back next week. In the meantime, please subscribe and thanks for listening.